Hello and welcome back to Take Two Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm licensed therapist Lindsay Fleming.
And I'm licensed therapist Stacy McCarthy.
And today we have a really fun episode planned.
Excited?
I know, just because I was out of town and we missed each other so much that we decided we were going to pull together our favorite memories of growing a practice together. Just our work over. How many years have we been in business partners for? October 2019, we signed. That was the start of our lease, right?
5.
Okay.
That's crazy. Do you feel like it's gone fast or slow?
Both.
Same.
You know?
Yes. I feel the same way. So a lot has changed.
Yes.
So we just thought we were talking and we thought, what if you write down 3 memories and I write down 3 memories?
And I wrote down 6.
No, you didn't. Did you? Oh my God. I
just want to get going.
I think my memory is like going. So I have 3, but okay. Is there anything else we need to set up with this or just go right into it?
No, I think we should just go.
Well, I want to hear yours if you have 6.
I think I'm just going to go right into the memes.
Okay. So where are we going to go?
Should we give a little, some people already know the history of how we met, but should we do a little recap, you think?
Real short, because I feel like we've done it.
I know, I'm not a short storyteller.
I know,
but I'll try.
I'll cut you off.
Do you want to tell it?
No. Not really.
This is like when we interview people. This is it.
I literally go, I introduce myself.
Like therapists, not the people on the podcast. Like when we interview therapists.
And then I go, okay, Lindsay, why don't you tell a little bit about your practice?
Yeah, and then I always go, anything to add? No.
Because it's like a well-oiled machine.
I know, I do. I have it like down to a science.
Why change it if it's not broken?
You're
and
right,
now at this point, honest to God, it really is like very autopilot.
Yeah.
So
and then I'm like, okay, your turn.
What if you like flip the switch and you were just like, why don't you tell them?
In front of people too. They'd be like, I don't want to work here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like these people.
I'd be like, no, you tell them. So no, go ahead. You can tell them.
Okay. So I was coaching your middle child.
Yes.
Shout out Ella. Love Ella. I was coaching Ella in cheerleading when she was in middle school. And she let me know you were a therapist.
Yeah.
You worked at a day school and then you worked at the same private practice as me. Essentially, we knew we liked each other as people, then as therapists. Because sometimes, you can like people and then not see them doing work. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But loved the work. Hopefully
everything
you
went
felt
well.
the same.
Yes, I did.
Then we decided, I was like, I'm opening my own practice. And I called you.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to do this.
Yes.
You're a little hesitant.
Yep. But we got there.
Remind me again, what pushed you over the edge? What made you decide to say yes?
Just the bleakness of my life. I was in Miami, and it was such a horrible trip. This is not even a joke. It was such a horrible trip for so many reasons that I won't go into. We were there for the travel cheer team, and I was, I think, like in a dark bedroom in a dark place. And you had sent some email to me, and I just called you, and I said, let's do it.
Yeah.
Because there was like all this stuff going on, and I was like, I need something
that is so
positive.
funny.
And I just felt like it would be positive. And I think I was scared. And at that moment, the fear was kind of shadowed by like me looking down, I think like looking at the year I was going to have.
A dark tunnel, yeah.
And I was like, I need something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was great. And we're happy that we did it.
So any advice if you want to go into business with someone, catch them when they're in a downward spiral. And
catch them when they're low.
Hop in there.
Yep, for sure. No, and I think I knew. Like I always knew that it would be good. It was just a matter of when, I think. And I just knew I had to make the decision. So So it was about 5 years ago that we started. 5 years ago, October. Yeah. Right? And then, maybe before October, actually, but we just made it official.
Yeah, because we were really like, we didn't want to take out a loan for our business.
Right.
So I was borrowing Colleen Harity's space.
We were separate
hours.
But together.
Yes, and you were working out of
Danielle's
a med
office.
spa.
Yep.
And then we
came together.
Got enough clients.
Which
I think I had like 5 clients. Then we were like, okay, let's find an office.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Yeah, same. So
some of mine might dovetail with that. So some memories. So give me one.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. So these are memories of being in business together.
Okay. Well, kind of like this.
Okay.
Leads into our first office.
Okay.
So, whoa. I'm sorry. I'm not done telling the story.
You said it was going to be short.
It is short.
And I
just
feel like
a quick where we are now moment.
I feel like we finished. Okay, go ahead.
So,
okay.
You share. Where are we now?
Well, right now we are growing very fast, and we are trying to keep up with this. We're trying to bring in people that we feel like are a good fit.
We're very particular about who we hire.
We have amazing.
We don't want to grow and have the quality of work.
We don't have a
lower.
bad vibe among us.
No.
All of our therapists are so supportive, so collaborative, such great people. We love them all so much that it really is stressful and challenging for us to bring new people on because we want to be sure that they fit and we don't change. What?
I'm telling you to tell it, and I'm cutting you off every second. So
Oh my
I'm just trying
God.
to cover
See?
my mouth
I wonder
so
why I don't
stop
talk during
talking.
interviews.
I know. I was like, I need to go. I kept being like, yeah. And trying not to talk.
No,
over
be
you.
my guest. See, that's why it works. Because I'm like, good, take it. I could I could stand here like this and be happy like all day long. No, so we, I think, are going to bring on 3, like by next fall, we're going to have 4 or 5 new people. Yeah. So that is going to be a big shift. And we've been very mindful of who we bring on and how we bring them on. But it is necessary. And the growth, I think, is good. Yeah. But it brings with us a lot of challenges. And so we're stressed. So we just want to tap into
the fun part of running a business.
All of the positives because like there have been
we need
stressful.
it. We need it.
We do.
This podcast is episodes for us, not for you guys. No,
yes,
I'm kidding.
So we hope that you enjoy it.
Yeah, we went from working out of a med spa after hours and a billing office after hours to now having we're gonna have we have 2 offices.
Well, we're hopefully gonna have 3.
Yeah. So hopefully 3 offices, but 1 downtown Chicago or in the city, Chicago, 1 in the suburbs. And then we'll have 17 therapists.
Did you count it up?
I counted them.
Stop.
1 intern, but 17 therapists.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's good, and I feel very good about all of it.
And we do understand how fortunate we are that all of our staff are great because how rare is that?
Well, we have been other places, and that is not.
Talk about feeling bleak.
That's why I was bleak. I mean, I'm thankful every day for these people. Every Tuesday meeting, we have a meeting every Tuesday where we go over cases or we just collaborate.
Favorite part of my week.
I know, I love it, and I just love talking, and I really like them all as people. So our goal is to keep it positive, collaborative, supportive.
Community.
Yeah, and with growth, I think that can be hard. So that is part of our stress. So there are some growing pains.
Right.
But we would like to look at some either like funny or touching or memorable. I don't know what direction you went. Yeah. So
okay, so
give
now
me
I'm done with my story. Now I'm done with my story. Okay. Now that we're like 20 minutes into the podcast. So
edit.
One of my favorite memories, which
I'm dying to hear these.
Speaks to you, who you are, I think. When we got the first office, since I wanted to see kids and you wanted to see more of adults, I got the bigger office, which by bigger, it was like triple the size of your office. And your office was like small.
Well, because also you were doing the group, and that's before I started doing the group with you. It made total sense because you had the group. But I mean, this office was 3 times bigger than my office.
So I had we were there in that office for a year and a half. It was 2 offices and a little waiting room.
Is that what it was? A year and a half? Yeah.
Okay. So that was our first office. Right. And then we moved here. Right. We had to like do a build out. We had to make the
5 offices.
And one office, there's 2 offices with windows. So obviously we're going to get the offices with windows. Obviously. One of the perks.
Yes.
Of all the hours we put in.
My other office at my other practice had no windows and like fluorescent lighting and like orange sofas.
We had this size windows. Remember, it was up at the top.
Oh, yeah, we did. No. I mean at my other practice. Oh, yeah. I did have a little bit of window. But that was like
windows
an interior office with fluorescent lighting and orange. It was like literally I would get out of there and be like sensory overload. So we deserved the windows.
We deserved the windows.
Yeah. So there were 2 with windows.
But one office was bigger than the other. Not by that much.
A tiny bit.
But still bigger. Okay. So the discussion came up of who gets the bigger office. And I was like, you can have it since I had the bigger office last time. And you're like, no, that's not fair. So we decided to pull straws.
I do remember that. Yeah. We put our names?
Yeah. No,
we put our names. Didn't we?
Did we?
I thought we put our names and then we crumpled it up. And then
and it was whoever
because Paul
one of us
here.
You wrote them and I picked, and then whoever's name I picked first got to pick their office first. So obviously got the bigger office. Yes. So so did I pull it? I think I pulled it.
I think you did.
I pulled out the name Stacy, and I was like, oh. Even though I had the bigger office for so long. And so Stacy got the bigger office, and you immediately go, oh, no, it's okay. You could have it. And I was like, we just did all of this. So it'd be fair. And you still wanted to give me the bigger office.
I did.
So I thought that was really funny.
It's like guilt.
And then you kept saying, like, for a week after, you're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah.
And it really is like only like
a sliver. Literally like
now that we're in here.
Like a foot, maybe.
I completely do remember that. And that's funny that you picked that because my husband, Paul, was here. And we had been in this office for 10 minutes. Literally.
It took us forever to pick the wall colors.
Oh.
They painted the wall. Like, it was a lot.
It was an ordeal. What did he do? How did he do this?
He
carried something up and proceeded to scratch it along the white wall. And there was a huge...
Like, in the waiting room, too. It's not a place we could hide it. Like,
huge black mark. I was like, you're done. You're done. You're released. But to be fair, he did come back with the invisible eraser. And he did. But that's why I remember that.
We were joking. We were like, you get the big office and your husband's coming in.
He's ruining
making a mess.
Destroying the office. But that's what I remember about that day was we were literally sitting on the floor.
Because we had no furniture.
Yes. And he was here. That's so funny. And I guess I did probably say you can have it because I was like, oh, like I did want it though.
You like felt so guilty.
No, but I did kind of want it. But then I was like, oh no. But she gave it to me.
I didn't give it to you. It was pulled fair and square.
What? No. I mean, you didn't take it once I said.
What kind of person would I be if we went through all that? And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, Stacy, let me have the.
I guess that would be a different story.
Come on.
Okay, that's a good one.
So that was okay.
That's a good one.
Let me cross that one off. Okay. I'm not going in order. Okay. That just kind of fit what we were talking about. Okay, what do you got?
Do you want me to go? Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. And I don't know if other people appreciate this, but when we were running a group, we ran it on Sunday for middle school girls. And we were fairly new to the building. And the exterior door to our office had a lock. And it was just one floor. And there was not a lot of offices. I don't know. What were there? Like 6 offices in there? Not even all occupied. Like 3 occupied. Yeah. And we were down at the end of the hall. And we did not feel like standing at the door and letting everybody in because people would come in late. Yeah. So we had a code to get into the office building.
Front door.
Yes, the front door.
But then everybody had locks on their own doors.
Yeah, the offices are locked. And there's nothing going on in this. I mean, like all the offices are locked. So you took a paper and wrote the code just for the couple of people. And we were going to pull it. We weren't going to leave it there like when we left. So and it's a Sunday. Nobody is around this place. You know what I mean? Like nobody's walking around. So you put it on the door, the exterior door. So we're doing the group and there's a knock on the door. And I was with the girls. And so you went and answered it. And I have never seen you like this ever. You come back and you are like...
This is like when my age was really showing.
Oh my God. What are we going to call her? Sue? Is that what we call her?
Yeah.
Our property manager was at the door and you were like...
I literally felt like a 12-year-old.
Literally, I don't know what you said to me, but like, you got to go. You got to...
Stacey, I need your help.
You're like, you got to take care of this. You did. You literally did. You were like, you got to take care of this. She's mad. She's so mad. So I'm like...
I was like about to cry.
What the?
I felt like I was back in.
Oh my God.
I was like about to cry.
No, you were so rattled. And so then I'm like pissed. I'm like, what's happening here? So then I get defensive. So I open the door and the property manager is standing. I think she had her workout clothes on, like she was taking a walk.
Yeah, like she happened to be passing by.
And she came across this code and was enraged.
Like chest.
She was like in the door, like about to
explode.
About to explode. And she proceeded to tell me what we had done wrong. And I just said, okay, I understand. Thank you. And I shut the door. And I was like, goodbye. You're dismissed. I said, I'm sorry. Well,
and then I was like terrified. I would avoid her at all costs.
And I said, normally, because we talk a lot about like the public speaking.
Yeah.
And I'm always kind of like standing behind you.
No, I think I was literally like, I think I went in the room and shut the door. Like
I think you did too.
And I just left you out there on your own.
She just like rattled you because she was really mad.
And I just wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be a parent or a kid. So I was like, hi. And then it's her and I literally went, Stacy.
It was her like,
To put some context around this, I remember when I was coaching, some of the girls were like, can we come see you at your office? And I was like, no. And they're like, well, we're just going to show up. And I'm like, there's no way. There's a code on the door. I remember saying this. Yeah. And one of the girls was like, oh, everyone knows that code. One of our friends did therapy there once and told everybody the code. Oh. And it wasn't someone who went to our office. So I'm like laughing like everybody knows the code.
Listen, let me tell you. And also, let's say that you get in this building.
Here's me still scared that we're going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
explaining it.
Everybody knows the code. No.
It's going to be fine. The only thing you're going to get is a restroom, which I still used for many years. After we moved out of there, I would go use that bathroom uptown. But if you had to go to the bathroom, but she was so mad and it was so extra, but you were really scared and I thought it was really sweet because I was just like
coward, like a little girl.
Well, for whatever reason. And I was like, you're dismissed.
You were like, no. Okay.
Yeah.
So neutral, like just no
I was like,
reaction.
It didn't, for whatever reason, she never rattled me. So I was like, I'm sorry. I could see where that was not the best choice. I will go remove it if you could kindly like calm down and remove yourself from our doorway. That would be great. So that was just funny because I think like we got so many laughs out of that for so many years. Just like the visual.
That was really
And it's just like not the normal dynamic of us, I feel like. So.
No, that was a good one.
Okay. What's your next one?
Okay.
You have so many.
I know. I'm like, which one should I do? This is bringing it a little present day because it's not, I do have more about the old office, but this one is about once I started getting popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
And people remember the video that went viral of me?
The
got
Taylor
like 5
Swift?
million views that people were making fun of me.
Which is funny, Taylor Swift.
I know.
Because
And
she's here.
I know. I'm so
she's
sad.
here.
I know. I couldn't see her. I'm so sad. Okay, but so
Yes, I remember this.
Okay, so do you remember I was getting a lot of hate comments and I was kind of like upset. And I came into your office and you were like, well, I'll call my friends and we are going to comment back at these people. I'm like,
no, I think I just wanted to comment back on them.
You wanted to
said,
comment.
You said, no, you can't do that.
know.
And I said, yes, I can. Because I'm not on social media.
You go, I don't care if they say something to me.
I literally.
I'm going to comment. Mm-hmm. And I was like, don't make it worse.
Yeah.
But what I loved is like you were going full name. Like you weren't even going to make a fake account.
No,
you were going in straight as yourself.
But you said I couldn't do it.
No. And you abided. But you said, I'm upset that you're making me not comment because I really want to.
I was. I still remember. And you know what's funny? I remember the night you told me about that. Isn't it funny when we were in my office and it was kind of dark and you showed it to me and you were so upset and you said I asked him to take it down because it was when he did the parody.
Yes.
And I was so
You're like,
mad.
I'm going to write up a lawyer.
Yeah. That's what I said. I said, I'm going to write a cease and desist. And then I'm also going to make
this is defamation.
Yeah. I was also going to make comments and you really were the voice of reason. You're like, don't do it. It's not worth it. And I was like, I don't care. I'm not on social media.
Yeah. You're like, he's not going to hurt my feelings.
No. And he's a horrible person. So what do I care? Like, I'm going to say, but you wouldn't let me do it. But I do remember that.
That was a good one.
And then you were sweet because you were always like, oh, I remember like how upset you were. Yeah. But it was terrible.
So that was my other.
Whatever happened? Did he take that down?
He did take it down, and then he messaged me that somebody else posted something similar about me because then it just became a thing to make fun of me. And he's like, someone else posted something similar, so
thank you.
And I had to take mine down, so you should message that person.
Okay,
like no remorse at all for my career.
I don't remember that one, but
yeah,
I do remember. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay,
but your wording around "I will send."
A cease and desist.
Yeah, it worked. Even though I'd hate to be that person because whenever we watch Bravo, I'm like, relax on the. But
no, we were fired up. We could have gone Bravo on him for sure. But you did not let me.
I didn't let you.
You know what? I might not be here today if she did. So thank you for not letting me unleash because I just felt like there was no reason why I couldn't be completely inappropriate. So, all right, my second one is.
But then I'm sorry. I also remember you're like, I have a friend in St. Louis who get her involved.
Oh, burner.
Kathy.
Oh, I was gonna have my friend. You're so right. Oh
you're
my gosh.
I'll call Kathy. She'll go after them. She's good with her words.
She would decimate him. I do remember that.
Don't call Kathy. It's okay.
I promise she's not listening. But if she would be, I'm gonna tell her. Listen, she's the best. Like she would have been perfect. But you didn't even let me unleash her. So
wouldn't even let you tell Kathy.
No, I know.
It.
We played it nice.
Yeah.
So we got Kathy in our pocket for if we need her. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. My next one is not like really funny, but I just remember the day that we moved out of the first office and we had like a little bottle of Prosecco and we were packing our bags and the property manager who we are not as scared of, or you are not as scared of, from this building came over and he dropped up our keys. Remember? Peter dropped our keys.
Yeah.
And I just remember like we had music going.
Do you remember we were so sad?
Yes. Well, I said I loved that office.
I know.
That office was nice.
I know I just cut you off, but I remember when we brought our stuff up to this office, we like put it down. It was a sad day for me because I also didn't get the big office, leaving my big office to go to a smaller office.
She was probably mad about that mark on the wall.
Stacy.
Yeah.
No, but Paul was like, "This is so nice, your new office," and we're like, "Yeah."
I know. Because it didn't feel like home. And then you put it on your social media and someone said it looked like a hospital. Yeah. Do you remember that? Yeah. We worked really hard to make this office cute.
They were like,
no, you told me that and I was like, unacceptable. Like this office will be cute if it kills us.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
So we were sitting here. So we were there and then we came here and we had our like little red Solo cups and Prosecco.
Trying to like celebrate.
And just sitting on the floor and I don't know, it was. I mean, I was sad for a while. It's almost like when you make a decision and then you have remorse, but then it turns out so much better.
But we both knew it was the right decision.
It was the right decision.
Because they were like gouging us on rent.
And there was no parking and there was no reason to be there.
It was a lot. However,
it was just like,
we started.
Yeah, and it was our space.
Baby.
Yeah, and it was kind of ours. It was more private. But I just remember sitting on the floor with you. And even though it did seem cold and impersonal because it was, just thinking like, that we had done it. And I just remember being so happy and like listening to music that night and then we had like our drinks and I don't know, it's just a good.
Oh, that was fun. Because we were growing. We needed more space, which is how exciting is that? And then, now
we're like,
no, that was a good memory. I have a video of you like laying on the floor.
And we took all the pictures.
Yeah, in the
at
old
the old
office.
place. And we took pictures of ourselves. Yeah.
That's a good memory.
Yes.
Filled with emotion.
That's just like a little warm fuzzy.
I have, now that you bring up drinking, I do have 3 of these that involve drinking. So should we just knock them out in a row?
Let's clump them.
Okay.
Let's umbrella those.
Well, my first one that I wrote down, this was like my top mem.
Yes. Hold on, let me take it.
Was in our old office, and I wanted to talk to you about, like, what do you think? I think I know why we don't do this as often, but, like,
okay.
I think it's pretty obvious, but you tell me.
Okay.
So in our old office, we would spend a lot of nights just hanging out, just me and you.
I know.
Like, a lot.
I know.
And we had, like, a stash of Prosecco.
Mm-hmm.
I never drink Prosecco until I met you, and then all of a sudden I was on, like, a Prosecco kick.
And I wasn't that big on it, but it was just easy.
It was nice because you live here. So it was like
it was our
we were able
Main
to
Street
hang
counseling
out.
drink of
and
choice.
we, like, you'd walk home. And so we would be in our offices, like, having a drink and chatting and giggling till like 11 p.m. Danny'd be like, "Are you coming home soon?" I'm like, "I'm working," and just be us like chatting.
I'd be like, I'd be like, I have a meeting.
Yeah, you'd be like,
Paul, Lindsay and I have to meet. I don't know what she wants,
and it'd be us just like drinking and
she's
having
really
fun.
demanding.
So demanding.
No, we did that. We did that so much more
lot.
there, but that was like our space.
Yeah,
and we were back in the back, and it was just the 2 of us.
I know we weren't in charge of anyone else.
Now
I think
there's
that's
other
why.
people.
Now we have to be like professional. We actually like people rely on us for an income, so we have to like actually be professional and be bosses.
That was so fun though.
But like so many memories of us just like giggling on the couch.
So many nights, and there was something. I'm going to say this is so odd, but the lighting lent itself. Like, it was dim.
Yeah.
Here, I just feel like it's bright as hell.
Like a hospital. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. It's hospital lighting. I mean,
cute.
we've done the floor lighting and stuff, but there was something about just the mood there.
I think, too, it was a small office. Like, here, it's way more like a professional building.
Yes.
You can tell.
Yes.
There's cleaners at night. No one else is in the building but us.
Never. It was so much fun. Like, when we would have the groups, we would have them run up and down the hallways and do scavenger hunts.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh.
I missed that.
And that was just like we're just trying to build our practice. Yeah. That was so fun.
And it was like we did work, and then we would also, like, we got to know each other so much too. I mean, it was like a year and a half of just like becoming such good friends, but then also doing the work.
Naturally, our work kind of grew, which was fun. Okay, so that was one.
Throw me another cocktail hour.
Okay. Two other ones.
Okay.
I'll do remember here, this was in this office.
Dying to know what you're going to say, yeah.
Do you remember when I was trying to convince you, which also, like, you got to realize, if I'm going to Stacy all the time telling her about the negative stuff people are saying about me online, I can understand why you were apprehensive to do a podcast with me.
Yeah.
But when I convinced you, because I was doing my podcast by myself, but I convinced you to, like, come on a few episodes with me. And I was, like, trying to trick you into doing what we're doing now, which obviously worked.
It worked, yeah. Well done.
But do you remember, you're like, well, if I'm doing this, like, I'm nervous. I'm like, we could drink. Bring it back to the old days of the old office, I probably said. Yeah. Like, we can have some Prosecco and we can just have fun. And do you remember, I think it was a 20-minute episode when I cut it
anxiety.
down.
You're talking about social anxiety?
Where we recorded for an hour and a half.
Oh, my God.
Because we were both.
It was insane. But it was the most fun. It was the most
We were laughing so hard.
That was the bloopers. That's when we did the bloopers.
Bloopers was fun.
That was funny. Yes, I remember that.
We don't have any bloopers, but do you remember that?
No, we do. We have a few that he cut. We do. We got to just put them out. No, that was so much. That was so funny. And that was kind of like learning how to do it.
Yeah.
And
like, I came here on a Friday, and that was really fun.
It was a Friday.
We were, like, drunk.
Yes, that was
recording the podcast.
By the end of it, we were.
Yeah,
and then we were just dying laughing about everything.
It took us an hour and a half to record 20 minutes.
We should post the
bloopers,
because I just remember I had a turtleneck and I kept putting it over my face. Like, who does that? And
what
just
did
laughing.
I say that you could not stop laughing at? I don't know.
Oh,
it was like, what would Jesus do or something?
No, that was a different one. That was
okay.
when you literally said, "What would Jesus do?" And I like fell out of my seat. Like, you went off on this tangent, like that was like, even for you, the craziest. like
where's this going?
It was so funny. That's such a good one.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm glad you said that because that was so much fun.
One.
Yes.
And then my last drinking one was when we recently threw. Okay, and like this is like. Remember, 5 years, and I only have 3 drinking memories.
We do not have
a problem. So I swear,
we don't
run a business while drinking.
We are sober 99% of the time.
Yes, but the best memories come from I'm kidding.
I know, some of the funniest for sure.
Do you remember we recently threw Carly, one of our amazing therapists who's getting married?
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
A bridal shower.
Yes, a little dinner.
And we were coming off a very stressful
Again,
weeks.
Yeah.
So Who ended up?
Well, you text me.
Oh.
Because you were there early, and you're like, I'm already here. I have a drink.
Danny dropped me off.
And
that
said,
was the, yeah.
You said, Danny dropped me off, and I said, I'm Ubering. Because I was going to drive, and I said.
Because we haven't had a
Consider.
Night. Probably the last time was the podcast, which was like how many months ago?
Months ago. That was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, so it was a year and a half since we had.
It was because it was after like the Christmas party last year.
You're right.
You said Danny dropped me off, and then I pivoted very quick, and I said, okay. I'm ordering my Uber right now, and then I Ubered there, so we already knew.
Nobody's what kind of night it was going to be.
Nobody's driving.
But this is when like we're supposed to be the most professional, and we were the drunkest.
We're the most fun.
Which is
we were still professional.
A lot of people drove, so it's not like we were like out of our
we were
mind.
I think
we were
fine.
just very giggly.
Can I say something to you?
Yeah.
The reason that it kind of got to where it was because I do feel like it was great service.
Yes.
We were at Coletti's, which Michelle Coletti is one of our fantastic therapists. And I just feel like we kept ordering. Then at the end of the night, do you know what I'm going to say? We're wrapping it up. Like, okay, we're going to go.
Yeah, this is the part where we were all fine until this part.
This one goes to the bathroom, comes back with a tray, like a waitress, with all of our drinks on it.
But are you impressed I knew everybody's drink?
Yeah, I actually was. And you got everybody's drink, comes back with a tray and sets it down. And this was after they came out and said...
shots. 2 rounds of shots.
Shots. And Michelle's pregnant, so she couldn't do it. And then people were driving, so they couldn't do it. So Lindsay and I, being the team players that we are not going to let people...
Being great support systems.
We were not going to let those
people
shots sit there.
Yeah.
So this was after that. So this was wholly unnecessary, this tray.
That's what happened.
I was dying laughing that you walk out from the bathroom, like from...
With the whole restaurant closed. Remember the whole restaurant was closed. We were the only ones left.
We had no sense of like...
We didn't care.
I know, that was kind of bad. But like
Sorry.
That was funny. And that was fun.
So this is a good memory.
Yeah. And nothing too crazy, but... I love those.
Yeah. Okay. Now your turn.
Mine are just so tame compared to yours. My third one is I turned 50 last August, which, oh my goodness, almost like a year ago.
Oh my gosh.
And I know that this year has gone really, really fast.
Yeah.
And I talked a big game and I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to have a roller skating party and I'm going to go on a trip. I did less than nothing. I didn't even do a lunch with 2 friends. I mean,
you had nothing. That was annoying me that you had
I know, I'm sorry.
It's like either let me plan something for you or.
I know. I just kept saying, I will. And I had to take my daughter to college. I think it was like the next day after my birthday. Yeah. So it just became too much. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. So we have our Tuesday meeting and I didn't really think anything of it. And you were like, oh, we're going to meet in Michelle's office, which is like very big. It's kind of like started as our art room. And I walked in and it was so cute. Yeah. You had decorated. We should post this. It was.
Oh, yeah.
And I still have. Oh my gosh.
Your roller skate poster over there.
There was a poster with my face.
Yes.
With like a hat that said happy birthday.
You a crown.
There was a roller skating poster. There were balloons everywhere. Yeah. There were flowers everywhere. There was food everywhere. Yeah. It was the sweetest thing. And I just like wanted to cry. It was just.
I think unexpected things are fun.
So unexpected and just so heartfelt. And then I still have the cards that people gave me.
Yeah.
In my office because people wrote them.
Everybody was so excited.
Oh my gosh. Everybody was so nice. And it just was so special to me. And I don't know. I think even if I would have done something big, it would have been special. Yeah. But for whatever reason, I don't know. It was like you just took so much time. I don't know. I don't think I've had people like take.
I think is unexpected.
Yeah, too. Unexpected. Take so much time to do something.
You specifically said to me, I don't want to make my birthday a big deal. And
I got to that point. I did get to that point.
Yeah, because I think it became more of a burden on you to plan.
It literally did. And I was like, you know what? I'm releasing this.
It's hard not to invite everyone or who can I invite? Like it started to become more stressful than
it was too stressful. Fun. So I was like, I don't want to do it. So it was perfect. And we had a little lunch celebration. Yes. And so that's just going to be a nice memory.
Oh, that was a fun one. And I made it very clear to all of our therapists that it was because it was your 50th birthday. Don't expect this for their birthday.
Oh my gosh, I know.
No. Because you're like, no, I'm going to have to do this for your birthday. I'm like, no.
I was like, that's a high bar.
Yeah, no. It was a big birthday. We couldn't do nothing.
No, that was so sweet and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was still holding the grudge about you getting the bigger office, but I let it go. No, I'm kidding.
We're moving past. We've moved past it. Okay. I think.
This is my last one.
Okay. I'm so excited.
Okay. It is that you don't really want me to come to your children's stuff. Because
wait, what do you mean?
I ask for Nick's basketball schedule. I never get it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let you finish.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I do finally get a date that works and I say, oh, it's Friday, me and Danny are going to come to Nick's basketball game, and I text you, hey, or I call you, and you're like, it's okay if you can't make it. It's like you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do let you because you have, and that's
I have.
So
you're right,
sweet.
You're right.
You and Danny came to 2 of his football games.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Don't give Danny credit for that. He went to 1.
Danny was
I went
there.
to 2.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. And we went to
Danny
1
came to 1. You came to 2. And you and Danny, I'm going to give him credit because he was there, did come to the basketball. And Danny did ask to come to a lot of basketball games.
Danny is a big Nick fan.
He really is. It's the sweetest thing ever. You're right. No, but I do let you.
Yes.
I just feel bad because I'm like, oh my God, it's a hassle. But I let you. I let you.
But you
all right,
always give us an out.
Yeah, of course. Of course I do. But it's so sweet that you even do that.
Because
we always say, we don't have a big family.
But I would say it's coming from my family where it's like, why can't you come? Why aren't you going? Well, it's Friday and downtown traffic is going to be.
I'm not used to anybody. I mean, my parents come to things, but shy of that.
And so it's like funny when I'm with you that you're like so grateful. Paul texted Danny. You texted me. Nick texted me. Thank you. I'm like, you guys stop.
I know.
I'm like, this is like
we don't have a big cheering section, but no, I love that. No, you're allowed. And especially like next year he'll be in high school.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I mean, hopefully it'll be
so fun.
Hopefully it'll go well. You know, it's like you just never know too with sports. Like he gets really moody. And like I feel like basketball this year was like up and down. So I was like, oh God, I don't know how you're gonna receive.
Have you met Danny? You think he doesn't like
you were there for the last game when they didn't win.
No, I thought you were going to say the other game. Remember the Lincoln game that I came to and it was like only parents were allowed, but I snuck in?
Oh my God. And that was the one game ever that he like got in trouble from the ref for like saying something, and he has like really good sportsmanship. I don't know what he said, and I go, oh my God, this is like the one. I mean, he didn't get like pulled out, but he got talked to.
Yeah.
And I was like, I swear to God, he's always like helping people up.
He's like such a sweet kid.
So he's always like picking up the other people.
But you're like the one thing you let me come to.
Literally. I know. Oh my God, no. I love that. You're so allowed. I just don't want you to feel like you have to.
I know. We don't.
But I did say when you have your
But it just makes me laugh that like if I text you anywhere near the date that we decided, you're like, you don't have to come if it's too much, or just spontaneous work, it's okay.
That's like a weird anxiety. I should like just
let me come.
I'm going to accept that this year.
Okay.
Because I like it when you're there. It's always fun.
It's fun. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fun for me.
The football games were so much fun.
Yeah. And, Danny gets so into Nick's career. I'm like, relax.
I know. I love that. So, okay. I like that. Those are all such good memories.
I know. That was fun. This is a fun episode.
I know. I like this a lot. So I hope that people like this too.
But I know. How can we give? Can we give a little? Do we have any take 2 or something we can do?
I mean,
I guess like me asking and then
no, go ahead, say it because I really was kind of like thinking as I was speaking. So go, tell me.
I was thinking. I work on this a lot with my clients who are high achievers or like achievement driven.
Yeah. The
idea that like we're always like on to the next thing. It's kind of like when I graduated college, it's like, okay, now I have to get into grad school. It's like we don't often, but life is 99% of it is the journey of getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like build that self-awareness, build that take 2 minutes out of your month or your week or your day to just check in with yourself and be proud of yourself for something or enjoy the little moments.
Yeah, that's so true. It's like, what are the moments that you're going to remember?
Yeah.
And, hold on to those too.
Mm-hmm. Because I think we both like had to think for a minute about these.
I know some I forgot. Some
obviously for me, once I got going, it came quickly.
I know.
But I bet if we wrote down hard moments in business, we would have 4 pages full in like 2 seconds.
We can maybe do that sometime.
Which speaks to, I think, like how sometimes we only focus on what's stressing us out.
Yeah.
So doing more of this.
Yeah. No, I like this. This was fun.
Okay. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did.
Well, and part of our memory is the double wave. So
I hate the double wave, but I've grown to love it.
I will be double waving until the end of my life.
That's what she does every.
I can't help it. Like I even do it like when we're interviewing people. I'm like, bye.
I know. I noticed.
It's like I'm on like a cruise ship. I'm like, goodbye. Like good luck. But anyways,
bye America.
You know where to follow us.
Yes, Take 2 Pod on YouTube.
Take 2.pod on Instagram.
And Take 2 Pod on TikTok.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Take 2 podcast. Lindsay and Stacy are licensed therapists, but they aren't your therapists, and this podcast is not therapy. Production assistance is provided by Bird Blue Creative at bird.blue.